Prince Harry have a relationship with members of the royal family? Or has he burnt those bridges since he left the royal family over 4 years ago? Let's find out all in this video. Well, I see this question a lot everywhere. People are like, oh, has Prince Harry ever reconciled with his family? Have his family ever reached out to him? We're going to explore all in this video, so let's get going. 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle decided that they were going to leave the British royal family. And that meant jetting off to America to start a new life together. Now at the time, little Prince Archie was around coming up to 1 year old. I think he was 1, or he was coming up to 1 year old. And they decided to leave with him as well and move to Montecito in California, where they're currently residing. The reason they decided to originally move to Montecito in California was to start a new private life. They didn't want to do royal duties anymore. They didn't want to do royal tours anymore. They actually just wanted to be a private family where they did not have the press, as Prince Harry put it, following them around everywhere and scrutinising everything they do, and move on to have a more less royal life. And now, since then, everybody will know that they have been the least private people. Their original plan was to move to have a private life and start a new life and do their own stuff in private. Well, that was their original plan, but actually they've gone back and forth on that plan multiple times. Back when they started living in Montecito in California, they went on a show which was hosted by Oprah Winfrey. And she is a massive Hollywood star, very respected in the industry. And she decided that she would have a conversation with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and Meghan Markle was pregnant with Princess Lilibet then, about their life in the royal family. It turned from an interview to a let's call the shots and let's say these things and these things about the members of the British royal family. Since then, that has caused so much problems for the British royal family. It's literally hard to explain it in one video. Well, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle left the royal family and left the country, the UK, in a very difficult position because the UK was dealing with coronavirus, so was many other countries across the world. Actually every country across the world was dealing with coronavirus, and they jumped on a plane before the COVID period and literally left the UK, which was probably one of the worst decisions they made, because to leave your country when a coronavirus pandemic is literally ripping through people's families and just turn your back on the royal family, then I don't think that was very well planned at all, because it just showed that they just didn't care, you know? Whereas members of the royal family were going out and doing their part for the community, Harry and Meghan were sitting in their luxurious mansion over in Montecito with probably not a care in the world what was happening in the UK. Saying, oh yeah, Lydia, that is very harsh, but that's what it basically looked like to us, watching them jump on a plane in the middle of a COVID pandemic and just saying, bye, you know, like that's what it looked like to us, you know? It doesn't matter if they didn't think that and they were sad about COVID or whatever. It didn't look like that to us. And when they just first jumped on a plane, I went, oh, okay, good for them, starting a new life whenever they want, you know? I was disappointed because I really did like Prince Harry at the time, but I was happy for him starting a new life, and I was just like, you know, if he doesn't want to be part of the royal family, no one can force him, you know? You obviously didn't like royal life, and, you know, that's his decision. Yeah, and we don't know what goes on behind closed doors, so anything you see in this is just my opinion. I'm not sitting here, you know, arguing facts and points. Some people like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, some people respect them, some people don't, you know, that's your opinion. When they said at the start of this, you know, when they travelled over to America, they said, we're going to stay private, blah, blah, we're going to, you know, support the royal family, etc. They went on television more times than the royal family have ever hit our screens and decided to say this, say this, say this, say this, say this, say this, and write a book about it. Okay, that's not really privacy though, is it? I actually think I see Harry and Meghan more than I see the royal family at the moment. They just dominate the press for all the wrong reasons as well. That's obviously what people turned against them. People were like, oh yeah, they're not really royal. And the reason I'm covering them not on my royal channel is because this one's about discussions about the royal family or anything based around the royal family. But my other channel, Royal Reporter Lydia, is my main channel, and that remains for just royal news, which is why you will not see Harry and Meghan on my royal channel, because they're not royal anymore. You know, they've left the royal family. Yes, they have titles, but they're not working members of the royal family. The next part of this video is all about, since Prince Harry and Meghan Markle decided to leave the royal family and decided to be like TV Hollywood stars over in America, what is their relationship like with their family? Have they burnt those bridges? Well, I personally would think they have burnt those bridges. I mean, he released a book, basically went into explicit detail about his family and started being nasty about a couple. And he did that documentary, like literally with Meghan Markle. The documentary that him and Meghan Markle did that aired on Netflix was incredibly torn to pieces, especially because the British public found it disrespectful, because the British public was still mourning the loss of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, who'd sadly died in September of 2022, and they released this Netflix documentary in literally November 2022, so it was literally like months after. And you had Meghan Markle taking the mickey and like ripping our traditions to shreds and ripping our culture apart in one segment of the video that's been reposted like 300,000 times on TikTok or whatever, where people were just saying this was totally disrespectful, which it was, because the late Queen had sadly just passed away like months before, and you had Meghan on the television on Netflix. My eyes were like, I felt like crying because she was being so disrespectful, saying, oh, this is how you bow. It's a centuries-old tradition, and she took the absolute pee out of it. It really annoyed me. They did that, and they got obviously, slammed for it. Obviously, they said at the time, oh, yeah, we did this to raise awareness. I don't know what they're raising awareness of. And obviously, you can sort of see where Prince Harry's coming from one side of it, where he had a really, really tough childhood. Prince William and Prince Harry sadly lost their late mother, when they were very, very young. And it's absolutely devastating what happened to Princess Diana, because she was such an influential, kind, caring, and amazing woman who will forever be deeply missed by so many members of the public, even those who didn't even see her in action, And Prince William is, he's mentioned a couple of times, about his mother's death and stuff. It's just heartbreaking to see the effect that it had on both the boys. Princess Diana was such a hard-working royal, and she was so close to Prince Harry and Prince William. And she taught them so many things that even Prince William has continued to this day, Prince William has definitely continued her legacy through his homewards work. She taught him about homelessness. And she also taught him many, many skills that he's continued to this day, remembering her. Prince William's really, really, really honoured his mother's legacy, and through his work and the work that Princess Diana, his late mother, inspired Prince William to do. He's still continuing that to this day. It's absolutely devastating, because Princess Diana was an incredible mother, and we will all forever miss Princess Diana. She was an incredible lady, and she will be always deeply missed by so many. It's really sad to have seen Prince Harry and Meghan go away to a different country and leave Prince William, just leave him, because Prince Harry and Prince William and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, were all very, very close. When Meghan came along, they were called the Fabulous Four, and now they're not known as the Fabulous Four. Let's go back to the original point. I don't think that Prince Harry actually has a relationship with his family anymore, and that's really sad to know, because Prince Harry, again, as I've said, he was one of my favourite royals alongside the Prince and Princess of Wales, but now he's literally down the bottom for me now, because he doesn't do anything that I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And that's really sad, because I really respected Prince Harry, but seeing as all the work he's done now, the only work I actually respect him for is working with the Diana Award. But Prince William also does that as well. So, and also because Prince Harry didn't come to this Diana Award, thing, that showed that he just didn't want to be there with his brother. Who knows why. And also the sad thing is that Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet are basically isolated in America. Now you might be saying, oh, they might have friends and family over there. Yeah, that's fine. But they don't know their wider family. Prince Archie didn't see Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis publicly. He hasn't seen them probably publicly, at least, for like 4 years. The last time that George, Charlotte, and Louis met Archie was in 2019, when Louis was literally just 1 year old. So, Prince Louis will definitely not remember meeting him because he was too young. And obviously I can't speak for them, because they might have met privately, they might have met Princess Lilibet as well privately. We don't know. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But all we know is that publicly, they have not, been to see the family. The only time that George, Charlotte, and Louis may have met Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet was probably at the Platinum Jubilee, when Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet came over to celebrate their late great-grandmother's Platinum Jubilee. Now, George, Charlotte, and Louis most likely saw them then, and that's it. They haven't seen them for like 2 years, I expect. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Archie and Lilibet together haven't been to the UK for a long time. Meghan Markle usually stays in America doing red carpets as usual. And then you've got Archie and Lilibet, who basically stay, I don't know where they stay. It's not the fact that we haven't seen them, because obviously they're private children. It's not the fact that we haven't seen them, it's the fact that they haven't seen, by the looks of it, their wider family for a very, very long time. Now this, whatever you think, this will affect children. Children need to know their wider family. It's very important that parents, I'm not a parent myself, so I can't comment, but it's very important that parents as a whole make sure that their children are able to choose who they want to, associate themselves with. Children should be given that choice, of freedom of, choice. Unless a member of the family is dangerous, they should not be barring them from the children. So coming back to the main point, I mean, I don't really know if Prince Harry will ever have a proper relationship again like he did. Their family doesn't have a relationship with them. George, Aunt and Louis don't see their uncle a lot, because he's always over in America. They probably haven't met their cousins since 2022 when they came over to the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of the late Queen. So it's just very complicated, and I think that the family, that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle not staying in touch with and just making sure that their children have a relationship with their family is definitely going to be damaging for Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. And also, Princess Lilibet and Prince Archie, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle said they hated the royal family, but they've given their children titles. That's also another confusing thing that they've said. Like, if you hate your family that much, why would you put Prince and Princess in front of the family that you said you hated? That's another thing I don't really get. Because Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are out at gala nights every single night, so I highly doubt that they work their schedules around their children, unlike the Prince and Princess of Wales, who make sure they're back in time for their children's bedtime, or make sure that they're back in time for the weekend to spend time with their children. I don't think that Prince Harry will ever have a proper relationship with his wider family. And I personally think that when Prince Harry was part of the royal family, he had a really close relationship with his niece and nephews, but now he doesn't have any relationship with them. By the looks of it, he might have, but he might, George, Aunt, Louis are children, so they'll probably be asking where their uncle is, and they probably know that he's in America. And we obviously don't know what goes on behind closed doors, so I can't really speak, but Prince Harry had such a close relationship with his niece and nephews, but now he's been moved away from them. He barely sees them, and that's heartbreaking for Prince Harry, because he really did have a really close relationship with George, Aunt and Louis, and now he hasn't got that close relationship if anything. So yeah, all of this is very up in the air. I don't think Prince Harry has a close relationship with his family, and it's sad how he burnt bridges with them, because again, him and Meghan Markle were part of the Fab Four. The thing that annoys me is the fact that they've now caused a massive divide in royal fans, and I don't report on them because they're just such a controversial topic to talk about. I don't particularly follow them, I'm not keen on them, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, also press subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!